Pleasure to be with you here at Sundance, London. We can just kick off with an introduction to this incredible film, Fantastic Machine.
Yes, I'm Axel Danielson. I'm one of two directors of the film. And I'm here with And the King Said, What a Fantastic Machine.
And tell us about the concept of the film and how the idea first came around.
Yeah, the concept is, it's a film about the relationship between human and the camera. And this relation has been only for 200 years, and the impact in society today is just enormous. The film is about that relationship and how it affects society and also our minds today, because we are in a way, very simple creatures that are affected psychologically and physically by the impact of photographic image. And the film is both very serious and very funny. And the audience will really recognize a lot of clips that are in the film.
And yeah, the fact that you've kind of created this montage of all this found footage, etc., where did you even begin trying to find all these different clips? And how do you piece them all together in a way that creates kind of a narrative?
Yeah, thank you. It's me and my co-director. We've been interested in this what the camera can convey in a way for many years. We've been collecting material for 10 years for this film. And then we came to this point a few years back, like maybe 5, 6, 7 years back, when in 2016 it was Donald Trump was elected in U.S. Being this reality TV host, and then you had Brexit here. There were so many things happening where you could feel that the impact of this device and the impact of social media was so strong. We felt like, okay, let's put this together. Let's make something of this, and let's make it our point of view, and things that, concepts and ideas and things that we think we think is interesting. What happens if we put these together? It will amuse in one sense. It will provoke in one sense, and so on. So this was the core to what, and I mean. The film is not the answer to this. This is one of the answers, one of the triggers to start discussing these issues in society.
And of course, an interesting element of all that is that you are using the very medium that you are examining. So there's a kind of self-reflective or meta, I don't know, element to that. Was that like a tension that you also had to grapple with and I guess play upon in the film too?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're using a lot of tricks in the book to make the attention of the audience, and of course we are in a format too. It's like the feature-length format with the different arches and the different the structure of narration. So we use this ourselves, and we're only happy if you can see it in our film too, because we want to bring that into the audience, that there is this thing that the photographic image is really such an amazing thing, because it has these two things at the same time. First, it is the truth. Like right now, this is the material in front of the camera that is the reflected light into the lens. That is that's it. And number two, the image is always just a fragment of something whole, and there's always an intention behind all images that we're surrounded with, and we just have to live with that. It's these two things at the same time, and this is what we want to bring into the audience, like to think of this with all images that surrounds us, especially now when we enter the AI time. Because that's a whole new chapter for us, and we have to be very prepared, very to think about this all the time, if we're going to make it through the AI time, I think.
And I wonder, did you have a favorite bit of footage, or one that you sort of felt like was a real win that you had to hunt down?
I have a lot of favorite moments, but one moment I think that the title of the film, I really like that story when Edward VII was having his coronation, and he had Méliès, a French filmmaker, making a film in Paris with French actors about the coronation. And even Méliès hired a taller actor to play the king for the coronation. And then they had the premiere in London the same day as the actual coronation was. And then the king saw this film and said, "What a fantastic machine the camera is! It has even." They found a way to capture those moments of the ceremony that didn't take place. So, and from that point, in a way, there is like, okay, we can make things a little bit. We can make things with fiction, or with how to describe how something looks like. It has been this this dualistic thing all since the start of the technology.
And just finally, you know, what do you hope people will take away from watching the film? As you said, it's not offering answers, but hopefully provoking questions. You know, are we as reverential as we should be to the image, or we accept it too much at you know, face value? And the idea that, okay, on one hand, it's great that it's more democratic who can create images and films, but then also to what extent have we lost some kind of control or some kind of regulation on who's creating images and putting them out in the world?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think what we want to encourage is critical thinking. That the critical thinking about what we're fed with and what the intentions are behind everything. Because if you start to what do you call it? If you start to look upon the different fragments of how an image is constructed and what's the framing, what's the rhythm, all of these things, then you start to get this critical thinking, and all images around you becomes fun in a way to watch. It doesn't destroy it. It enriches it. This is what we want to have people to be critical. And there is a difference between critical thinking and not believing. It's not the same thing to have critical thinking and to be skeptical, because today it's very much a time where everybody is very skeptical towards everything. Not you know, but that's not the same thing as having critical thinking. Critical thinking means that all of us have to agree on some parts, and then agree that we don't agree. But we can't have the totally different point of view of the world. The world is round. I'm sorry, we have to agree on some things.
Very true. Well, thank you so much for sharing all that with us, and really enjoy presenting your film here at Sundance London. Thank you very much.